Hi, it's Hans at ahappierman.com. Today's topic is use spreadsheets to help make your life better. You know, I had kind of resisted the use of spreadsheets for many years. It's only in the last year or two where I've actively been creating a variety of spreadsheets to help me propel my great life even higher. I use them to track my finances. I had done that for a while, but I also use it just to keep track of what I've been doing, kind of tracking the good stuff and maybe some of the bad stuff, and also to do my future planning. I've talked about planner books and calendars and taking notes and journaling, and I still do all that, but I've added in the spreadsheet idea, because the spreadsheet idea is really just using your pen and paper, but making it more adaptable and easier to manage for the long term. Because you can put the spreadsheet is on your computer, and you can manipulate it, the spreadsheets, and add and subtract and work on them over time in a systematic manner that makes your planning much simpler. You know, in the old days, I basically did this, but in paper form. But then, it's a lot of work to redo your paper form again, because you're adapting your plans as you go. So the spreadsheet, because it's on the computer, is easy to adapt, right? You make up a spreadsheet today of what you'd like to do next year, the following year, and the next number of years. But as this year comes and goes, and next year comes and goes, you rethink what your future plans are based on current information. So it's a very simple just to make adjustments. And as an engineer, we use spreadsheets all the time for this type of planning, in addition to all the other plans and other reports and what have you. It's an easy way to make adjustments in a systematic way. So kind of one of my favorite spreadsheets that I've created is something I call a life planning spreadsheet. So the core of it is breaking down my future life into like 3-year increments. What do I want to get done in 3 years in all the variety of categories. So at the top of the page, I did this in 2022. So 2022, 2023, 2024 is at the top, and then the next 3 years, and all the way across the top and down the rows would be all the various components: work, where I want to live, what I want to do, how I want things to go, and then you start populating as you go across the page into your future life. And then this is a very interesting way to look at your life, because one, you see that there's not that many columns. I'm in my late 50s. There's not that many 3-year columns, right? There's a lot fewer columns moving forward than there were in the past. So the younger you are when you start this planning, the more extreme value you will gain. So I would start this today if I were you. And then, building off of that life planning, you can break it down year by year, right? So I had these major things I think I could get done in a 3-year time frame, but in order to do that, you've got to break it down by year also. So 2023, what am I planning to do? And then I'm doing that by month. What are all the things I'd like to do? So there is a lot of overlap between this spreadsheet idea and your calendar, But this is your, so you might object and say, well, that's a lot of work, creating a spreadsheet and calendaring and planning. It is a lot of work. It does take me a lot of time to do this, but my life is the most important thing to me. So spending time planning my life is not time wasted. It's a lot. It ensures that big things I'd like to do not slip through the cracks, and then I not do them. It ensures that if I had plans for this year and it doesn't make sense for me to do that this year for whatever reason, maybe I'll switch that to next year or the following year, right? Because I have a spreadsheet, I can make adjustments. And then, you just continue to refine this spreadsheet idea over time, and you actively spend time each week with your planner book and your journal and your spreadsheet, making sure that your life is going in the direction you want it to go. So I wouldn't be afraid of using a spreadsheet. It's going to help you. You don't even have to be like this sophisticated spreadsheet expert that some people are, and it's kind of cool that some people are. But I would argue that you want to at least have a basic understanding of the power of its use in making your life better. So give that idea some thought. All for now.